What's so funny, TSM?
It's the makeup nurse, you better fix your ways. The makeup nurse, she bout to fix your face. It's the makeup nurse, you better fix your ways. It's the makeup nurse, she bout to fix your face. Makeup nurse, the 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 makeup. Yeah, it's the makeup nurse, you better fix your ways. The makeup nurse, she bout to fix your face. It's the makeup nurse, yeah. It's the makeup nurse, she bout to fix your face. Makeup.
I'm back. Welcome back to my channel. The struggle is real with Pajami, the makeup nurse. Today is Tarte Tuesday. It's also Climb a Mountain Day, Whistleblower Day, Father-in-law Day. This is my wonderful father-in-law at my wedding. And Cheesecake Day. My father-in-law unfortunately passed away 5 days after our wedding, so I don't get to celebrate it with him today. But anyway, if you want to subscribe to my channel and join the Pajama Club, hit that subscribe button and get comfy and let's get started. And we are going to start with the Tarte Drink of H2O Moisturizer. And boy, does my face need that. Every morning my face needs this. Oh, it feels so good. And we're going to use the Sugar Rush by Tarte Fresh Pressed Lip Oil. My lips are needing it too. Some moisturizer. And we're going to use the 24-hour Shadow Insurance by Too Faced Eye Primer. For Cheesecake Day, we are going to use this Too Faced palette, the Christmas in New York, that smells like New York cheesecake. I don't smell it anymore. I did a little bit a long time ago, but I don't know. It could be my scent. All right, and it works out perfect because today I'm filming on Wednesday for this week, and we wear pink on Wednesdays. All right. Let's go in with Pink Christmas. That shade looks like it hasn't been used, so it needs some more loving. Not like some of these other shades that has a dip in it. Okay, let's go in with Soho Ho. It's kind of a tan, because I usually probably use this as the transition. So we'll just reverse it. It's kind of light, that's kind of light. That's probably what I normally do. So I almost was going for that this time. yeah, I was very fortunate to have gotten to know my father-in-law for at least 2 years, I think it was. He was so funny, kind to me, and I love his laugh. And we'd watch Wheel of Fortune every time I'd go over to see my boyfriend, well, his son, my husband now, and I was there. We'd watch Wheel of Fortune. That was a good time. And like, it'd be funny because sometimes I'd be yelling at the TV like, say an X, or I'd call it out, and he's like, if you get up to the TV closer and yell, maybe they'll hear you. So that was like the new joke, and yeah, I'm just happy that let's use NYE and NYC, New York, New Year's Eve in New York City. I was just thankful to have gotten that much time with him. And when I got pregnant, we had to do a shotgun wedding. And because Ken did not want to wait until after I had the baby, and I'm like, I don't want to be fat on my wedding day. And so we're like, well, we got to hurry up. Well, and so we were looking at July because of the timing, and to have enough time to still plan for the wedding, but also not this isn't showing up very good. Let me wet my brush. But anyway, so I thought it would have been cool to do the 4th of July. Well, he's like, we're not gonna get married on the 4th of July. I'm like, okay, what about 2 weeks after that? Because then I'm like, okay, well, then if I can't get married on the 4th, let's do 2 weeks after that. And he's like, well, no, what about... So anyway, we were going back and forth in July, and we decided to do it the week after the 4th. And I'm so glad we did, because we probably would not be married today if we did that, because his dad died 5 days later. So the next weekend was the funeral, and he was, he was only 21, so he was very, it was very hard for him. He did not take it well. But that's a long story in itself. Why he was able to finally connect with his dad, and he only had really a couple of years of connecting with him, and so it took a big toll on him when he was able to, or when he passed. But at least he was able to be the best man in our wedding, and then he died the weekend after. So because of the timing, if we would have done the next weekend after, he probably wouldn't have been able to get married. He would have been like, I don't know, he would have been like, forget this. Okay, we're going to use the Double Take Awake by Tarte. But when we told his dad that I was pregnant, oh, he was so excited to be a grandfather. He immediately called his sister and goes, can I call Janet? And we're like, yeah. And he calls her immediately to tell her that he's going to be a grandfather. And he was so excited. And he would have been so excited to know that it was a girl. He would have had his little granddaughter. Because he only had, he did have a daughter. I take that back. But he never got to really see his daughter. Because that wife kept her from him when she was in California and he was in Illinois. So yeah, he was excited. He was 41 when he died. Okay, Tarte, the quick stick. We're going to use the golden pink luster side again for our liner. Yep. He died of a heart attack, and that's why I worry about Ken so much. With some of the things that's been going on with him and his heart. But his is more electrical. His dad, we found out in the autopsy that part of his heart never really grew at birth. And they were surprised he lived that long, and he didn't. As far as we know, we didn't know anything about it. So, of course, after that, we had Ken's heart checked and everything, like echoes, the EKGs, all that. And his heart was fine, so thankfully for that. Okay, now we're going to use the Awake by Tarte Sunshine Stick, because my eyes really need it. This week has been so tough. And the day I'm filming is only Wednesday. But this week we've been having visitors, so. Alright, now we are going to use the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. Yeah, so my last job, I was just over quality. I didn't have patient safety or risk, and I'm used to being over everything, like risk, patient safety, quality, regulatory. But some hospitals have it kind of separated out. And this hospital only over patient safety, but patient safety like hits so much, and it's just been really tough because I'm also over the complaints and grievances, which so I have to deal with all the patients complaining and screaming at me and everything. Okay, so we're going to use the Tarte C Hydroflex Serum Foundation and Fairlight Sand. And you know, sometimes it's legit, and I do feel bad, you know, because look at healthcare in general. Every hospital. There's not one perfect hospital in this country. I mean, look at how healthcare is ran, and all the short staffing of people, you know, everywhere. It's not just one hospital that has short staffing, it's every hospital. The Too Faced Mr. Perfect brush, foundation brush. So that is a challenge when there's just a shortage in general. And because people are burnt out, there's a lot of nurses that don't care, which is sad. And doctors and other people that are just there for the paycheck. And when that happens, they don't treat the patients well, which is sad. And I try to put things in place to kind of make it a little better, but I'm only one person too. So it's just tough in healthcare. I mean, it's tough everywhere, but I can just speak to my profession. Okay, we're going to use the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Concealer. And this, I see that it's gotten a lot worse since the pandemic. You know, and I haven't worked the bedside in 14 years. And sometimes I feel like maybe I should go back, because this job never ends. Like, it's constant. At least when I was a nurse, I could go in, do my job. Might have been a hard shift and stressful during my shift, but then when I got home, I was done. I didn't have this pile of work that was gonna continue, you know, nonstop, and I didn't have to worry what other people did. I just worried about how I took care of my patients and what happened to my patients, and I was done. Or now, I have to deal with other people's mistakes or behavior, or like how if somebody else treats a patient bad, I gotta hear about it. You know, if someone makes a mistake, it's my problem to fix. So anyway, enough ranting about that. Okay, we're going to use the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation infused with peach and sweet fig cream. You know, my dream, and that's why I got into this side of healthcare after being a nurse on the floor for over 10 years, was to see if I could fix all the inefficiencies of healthcare. And I really want to, and I have, like, when I go to the hospital, I feel like I have good ideas, but it's only me, and I have to be a good influencer, because I have all the responsibility of the hospital and no authority. How do you put a position like that? How do you give someone responsibility but no authority? So you have to be a good influencer to the leaders. Well, when they're overwhelmed and overworked, and there's so much fires that they're putting out, they kind of put, unless it's like something major and they have to, like from a regulatory standpoint or a huge patient safety standpoint, you know, then they do. But, and then there's all these competing priorities, you know, all the CMS mandates, and then you have a bunch of other stuff that you just got to get done. And I mean, so I have to be a good influencer. And even as much of a good influencer as I sometimes think I am, it's hard for them to figure out how to do it and get it done. And I always offer to help if it's something I'm able to help with. But even then, I'm only one person. So anyway, the reason I say this is because my dream job would be to have more authority and fix the hospitals, because I feel like a lot of the things that I want to accomplish would help. Obviously, nothing's going to be perfect. There's too much human error, involved, and we make errors. We're human, so nothing's going to be perfect. But if I could put some things in place, I feel like enforce it. And that's why I wish I could, like, somehow get more authority to get things done. I always said, You know, I don't have to be the CEO, but if I could be like under the CEO, but have the authority of the whole entire hospital, so kind of like a CEO assistant or something, I don't know, like, and have authority over the doctors and nurses and all of that, because even when when I've been a VP, oh, this is the Peach Bloom Lip and Cheek Tint in the shade Grape Pop Glow. I only have authority over my department, you know, because now my peers are the CNO, CMO, CFO, whatever, O. And so I still don't have authority. I might have a little bit more weight because now I'm a higher level, but honestly, when I've been a VP and a director, the only difference is pay, really. I still have the same barriers, regardless of what level I am. So, yeah, if I look tired all the time, that's why. We're going to use the Too Faced Mr. Right Now brush with the Too Faced Do You setting powder. I've already set my face, so we're just going to do my T-zone. I set it with the matte powder. Now we're going to use the Too Faced highlighter brush with the Sun Bunny Radiant Duotone Bronzer. This is a lighter one, which I like, and but so I build it up a little bit because it is lighter, which I like because then I can build it up because I am so fair, and I can build it up the way I want versus, oop, I might have a hand in it now. My face is too dark, you know. And even in the summer, it doesn't matter for me. All I do, I'm 2 shades. Casper the Ghost or a lobster. Like I was in the sun on a boat with my brother fishing, and oh gosh, it was a really hot day in Illinois, so it had been like, maybe it was June, right before I left, because Illinois doesn't get hot very, very early. But this was a hot day, and I had since we were fishing, I had just a t-shirt and shorts. So of course the top of my thighs and my arms got so burnt, and then it turned into a peel, and that was it. Okay, so I used the Sugar Peach and the Peach Honey from this Sugar Peach palette that I always use, and I still kind of smell the peach, which is, I mean, it's very light, but I still smell it. Okay, then we're going to use the highlight, the Peach Pearl. And I'm using the Too Faced contour brush, Mr. Chisel. Okay, let's use this Grand Central Slation. Blend this in. Okay, we're going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Brownie. It smells like chocolate brownie. It's making me hungry. This week too, because our visitors have been on the go. I get my coffee and I get my breakfast and my juice, because I always get a coffee and a juice and on my way to work. And so I drink my coffee, and then like by the end of the day I'm almost done with my juice, and I finish off my juice, but I haven't been eating, like I didn't eat my breakfast or anything, so I save it for when I get home. It's just so much to do when you have visitors, and it's good when you have visitors. It's not bad because it keeps you in line, you know. You got it, you guessed it, the Lights, Camera, Lashes by Tarte. We're going to use, see how much we have. Okay, now we're going to use the Eggnog Teeny. And actually, very rarely, even besides this week, if I might have a couple bites of my breakfast, and then I just wait till I get home and eat, because one, honestly, is because I'm kind of getting bored with the hotel breakfast food. Anyway, we're going to use the Cutie Pie, the Tarte Lip, the Lip Architect in the shade Cutie Pie, the lipstick side as the liner. That's about all I have left of this side too. The other side's gone. But I use this every Tuesday video. So it's actually lasted a while. I mean, it's probably lasted me probably longer than most, because most people probably used the liner side and then the lipstick side. Use them both as liners. Okay, we're going to use the Crazy For You Too Faced, just because it's right here. And last but not least, we're using the Tarte Stay Spray setting spray. Feels so good. All right, this is the Final look, what do you think? And the riddle of the day is, what do you call siblings that love math? Comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!